Hey Virgo, hey, how you feeling? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, Virgo, welcome back. If you are returning, Virgo, if you're new, I'm Shauna. This is your highest good tarot. We are folks who are constantly striving to evolve and elevate towards our higher selves, towards our highest potential, towards the divine, whichever applies to you and your spiritual path, Virgo. Today is no different. We are doing our spiritual workout. It's the new year. So happy new year, Virgo. And in the workout, you know how people do when it's the new year, they get, this vive for life and changing things up. But we've been putting in this work, right? And there's nothing different here. We're talking about removing blockages. So we're going to do continuously do this spiritual workout. We'll start off with the warm up where we talk about the situation surrounding the blockage that needs to be removed. We'll get into the blockage, and then as we enter the cool down phase, we'll get advice from spirit as well as a final message. So keep in mind, Virgo, that this message is not for every Virgo placement. That is okay. Take it as it resonates. Also, please, Virgo, I implore you to keep an open mind and heart as we talk about this blockage that needs to be removed. All right, let's get into it. What is the blockage? What's the situation surrounding Virgo and the blockage that needs to be removed? All right, already we have the Maul. In this deck, this is equivalent to the Empress in the traditional tarot. King of Axes, that is equivalent to the King of Swords. And the Queen of Axes, Queen of Swords. Interesting. There's three different energies out here. It's like I'm over here like, what the fuck? What's going on, Virgo? What have you did? What are you doing? We got at the bottom of the deck the Page of Jazz. That's the Page of Wands, equivalent to the Page of Wands in the traditional tarot. Um, wow, four different energies. This is a family deck. That this is like my family and friends deck. Um, so what I'm getting here, this Page of Jazz, it is Spirit says this is your child, somebody who is very uh can be very adventurous, can be fiery, and this is outside of gender identity and biological sex. So, this is just the child's energy I'm speaking on. And they may or may not be musically inclined. And there's different age ranges for everybody. So, I'm getting it can be between 4 and preteen. But they're very they could be somebody that does things and ask questions about ask questions later, uh may be in that energy of it's always, even though they may not know this policy about how it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. It's like that. But I'm getting this sweetness to them too. They're not like a terror or anything like that. They just like to explore, maybe even be a little mischievous. But anyway, we're going back to the situation where we have the mama. This Empress energy, King of Axes, and the Queen of Axes. These are the parents. So you, Virgo, are one of these energies here. And this person is a grandparent. It may be a feminine energy here, um, but it's definitely grandparent or even um, grandparent adjacent, just because, or this person's grandparent, this child's grandparent. I'll say that because this may or may not be one of your parents. It may be someone who raised you, but may not be blood related, but still, they are your parent. Does that make sense? But what I'm getting is a difference. I'm hearing custody. That's what I'm hearing. Now, I'll give you a heads up that this is not going to be a legal reading because I am not licensed to give legal advice. This is spiritual information for entertainment purposes only. Um, but I want to clarify the situation here. Can we clarify this whole situation for Virgo? The King and Queen of Axes, it gives the energy of people who are very facts oriented. Not saying that you're not spiritual, but you base decisions most of the time on facts, head over heart. You both may be professionals. I'm getting that the Empress energy may be the masculine's mother, or the one that's related to the masculine, not so much the feminine Virgo, the feminine queen here. So these two like are related. They are the probably mother and son situation going on. But to clarify the mama, we have the sun. To clarify King of Axis here situation, we have the two of jazz. That is the two of wands. And then to clarify, we also have the three of blues, which is the three of cups. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Knight of Jazz. Huh. So it could be multiple children. Knight of Jazz here. Multiple children involved. At least two. No, 1 to 2. There is a teenager. So there's a younger page age, and then there's a knight. But anyway, regarding the situation and going back, I'm hearing the reason why I took the pause is that I'm hearing that there's a choice in where, well, at least the knight, the older one, has a choice to make where they want to go, because they're closer to being, 18. If you're in the States here, they're closer to being a legal adult. But to clarify the situation and to give you more information, The sun, two of jazz, three of blues. As regarding the hmm. So it appears that one of the parents, and I'm getting male energy, one of the parents stepped out. So now there is um there's a separation. There's a separation, and it's seemingly enough because the two of jazz, somebody who is leaving a situation um where the masculine energy is really hands off, really hands off and more focused on finding their their joy and doing some selfish things. So now it seems that this is a situation that is happening between the uh, mother of the masculine energy and the mother of the children. What's the so there is a difference in opinion on how these children need to be raised. There's a difference of opinion, just to clarify and to make sure that you understand where I'm coming from. There is a difference of opinion on who is better equipped at taking care of the children. Not that there is a lack in capability or capacity for the mother of these children. I'm really getting that this grandmother figure or this grandparent figure just doesn't like the mother. But I want to clarify the energy between the mother and the grandmother, the grandparent. What's the energy? Okay, what's the energy between the mother and the grandparent? What's the energy between the mother and the grandparent? The energy between this mother and the grandparent. Okay, I got the Hermit. Three of Roots. Hmm. Bottom of the deck. Oh, Four of Blues. The Three of Roots is the Three of Pentacles or the Three of Coins. Four of Blues is the Four of Cups. Um, they are seeing an opportunity that the opportunity isn't being seen in where there could be a collaboration to work together to raise the children. The Hermit is here, so one, um, and you know the Hermit does things on their own. The the Hermit, of course, is a very good card, but in this situation, this Hermit wants to go their own way. They don't want to collaborate. They don't want to. Um, they're in a despondent. It's like, what's the point? What's the point? She's not going to listen to me anyway. She wants to do things her own way. She um she wants to go at it alone. Uh, Somebody's feeling left out. Somebody's feeling left out. And like, that's what I'm getting. Feeling left out. Like they're not being included. Because now is mother and the three children and the two children, or mother and child, but grandma, because it that's what I'm getting here. Like, even look at these three cups. There's these here together. So this is the family unit: mother and child, mother and children, and grandma or grandparent is here. Mother, child, mother and children, grandparent is here. You know, it's like that. What's the blockage here for Virgo? What's the blockage? What's the blockage for Virgo? We have the Eight of Blues, or the Eight of Cups. We have the Ace of Blues, Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck is Justice. The blockage is coming in where, because it's way too emotional. We have two cards here on the deck that are cups. There's just way too much hurt and resentment in the situation when you both have so much love to give. You both have so much to love to give, and it is there needs to be balance. You know, justice is about looking, seeing, also about seeing things objectively, because in traditional tarot, you know, there is a balance, a scale, as well as a sword. Here, this is somebody who is singing, you know, which also is an emotional and a spiritual act. And now it's time to, you know, bring in a divine, it's time for a divine intervention, essentially, because things have become way too emotional. Things are way beyond, almost to a point where it is beyond the ability to be fixed with this Eight of Cups. Because somebody, and it may be you, Virgo, who is tempted to just pick up and move. Pick up and move and leave the situation. But it's like your feelings are getting in the way. Pride. What's the advice? We entering the cool down. And if you're still here with me, Virgo, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. Personal readings are open. And I am going to post, what's the advice here for Virgo? Post my email up here, because there are multiple ways to get a personal reading, including during the live personal reading sessions. So just hit me up and I'll let you know the processes and how to get one. So the advice here is the Ten of Cups. More cups. This is about unity. There is enough love between you and this grandmother, or you and this grandparent, even though the masculine, the father, may not be as involved. For the both of you to raise these children You see these? There are two children here in a secure, in, in secure environment, so they know they are loved. At the bottom of the deck, have the Ten of Wands. You don't have to carry the burden alone. You don't have to, you know, burn yourself out, Virgo, and struggle. Yeah, there's going to be a difference in opinion of how to raise the children, but there is a separation in generations. There really is. There's a separation in generations. But this requires, the Ten of Cups is also about emotional stability. And it requires, in order for there to be harmony and balance, and um, for you to elevate, continue to elevate and receive everything that you are supposed to receive, Virgo, not block yourself. It requires an open heart. It doesn't mean that you have to lay down and accept everything, but it does require um, respect, boundaries. Yep. You setting some boundaries like, yeah, we can do this, but here are the boundaries. Here are the things that cannot be crossed. Because there can be domestic harmony, there can be happiness and fulfillment between every party, excluding the um the energy that left or isn't present. And I apologize because I could be talking to a masculine parent, um and the feminine parent, the mother, may not be involved for whatever reason, so I apologize. But yeah, this requires you to do the work to get that emotional balance. um and it's your responsibility, because when you get a certain age, and one day, you'll be there, one day I'll be there. When you get a certain age, it's not saying that you can't grow and you can't learn. It just may take a little longer, it takes a little work, and you have that know-how, you have that intuition, you have the capability, you can see it. However, it also takes you to do that work. Anything else before we move on? And this is your test, Virgo. Let's get this final message here for you. Even in relocating, because even in relocating, this family here is in the city, and as you can see, this mama, go back to this card, she's somewhere in the country. So even in relocating, there can still be that harmony. There can be that presence of security for these children, you know and you can do it. Your situation, you can figure out how to, you know collaborate with this parent, with this grandparent. What came out? Spiritual cleanse, spiritual bath. It You're being encouraged to take a spiritual bath, and also spiritually cleanse your area, not just your vessel, but also your home, because that will bring clarity. That will bring clarity to the situation, and also renew you. Anything else here? Mm. Yes, there is time to connect or reconnect with the universe, your benevolent ancestors, God, and or spirit guides. Like I said, there is a way for this to be resolved between you and this grandparent, and you have to reconnect. there is a blockage. Your emotions are getting in the way. Um, the emotions I'm feeling towards this other person, the other parent who may not be around for whatever reason. So, um, yeah, reconnect with your spirit team, reconnect with the universe, cleanse, cleanse. And at the bottom of the deck, we about to go. At the bottom of the deck, about the Bruce Leroy on them. You're about to transform. This is going to transform. I told you, this is a test. This is going to transform you. Talk about some elevation. You're about to see it. The power of elevation. Is that it, Spirit? All right. That's it. That's all. When you said all you know, it's time to go, Virgo. Woo. All right. See you next time.